Welcome back, everybody. Farm Sim 25. I'm Kimbro Plays. Appreciate you hanging out for another episode. Last time, we got this bad boy built. Greenhouse, we've got some lettuce going, and we have our first little bin, if I can sneak through here, our first little pallet of lettuce. So we are on our way here in November. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got some work to do. Our fields are planted and taken care of, and now we just kind of got to figure out how we're going to get our way through the winter months. Greenhouses are going to be a big piece of the story, and also, so are contracts. So there's a mowing contract for almost 10 grand that I think we're going to take. There's some harvesting contracts, but I'm not trying to deal with any green beans or anything like that. So I'm actually thinking for David, we will do cultivating. Field 8 is right next to our house, so that will be easy. We'll rent that equipment, I think. We'll see. I gotta look at our stuff. And then we've got some mowing here on 84, which is just behind the vehicle shop. I think this is actually where we did our baling. So we will cut some grass over on field 84. We will do some cultivating on field 8, and we will keep an eye on our greenhouse and probably advance through some of the winter today in today's episode. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm looking forward to this one. Here we are at the vehicle shop. Here is our haul for today. A couple different tractors, couple different implements that we're going to be able to use. We'll get linked up here to the Batwing. I don't know if that's technically a Batwing or just a normal mower. You know, I'm new to all of the lingo, but regardless, it's pretty clean, especially with this like bronze paint job on the Valtra. That is a clean looking tractor. Very, very nice. This one actually doesn't fold, I don't believe. So yeah, actually it does. Wait a minute. Yeah, once you hook it up, you can fold it. So, okay, we will take this one over to our first mowing contract on field 84. We also accepted field 34, which is like super tiny, and we will get this rolling. So, hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate all the love and support on this series. I've been getting a lot of helpful tips in the comments. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying these episodes. I'm having a lot of fun making them, but definitely let me know if there's anything you've learned about the game since it's been out just a little over a week as I'm playing and recording this episode. So yeah, let me know if there's any tips and tricks you've learned. I am all ears on stuff like that. This is my first time delving into this kind of content, and yeah, having some fun with it, but definitely feel like I got a lot to learn. So yeah, that's a mean looking tractor. I'm not opposed to this bad boy at all. Okay, let's get a worker set up here. We're gonna mow a couple headlands. Yeah, like this. This looks good. We're gonna hit OK. Lots of down and backs. Get a worker started on this field, and we'll go link up our cultivator and get that one over to field 8. Not too far of a drive at all, and we are right over here by our house. So go ahead and unfold this big old cultivator. This thing is massive. Pretty cool. We might need one of these for our fields. We will go ahead and get this one set up on a worker as well. I know we're spending a lot of money on the workers, but I think it's actually pretty valuable to utilize them. Make sure that we can kind of do multiple things at once. I mean, we're going to bring in over $10,000 today, just sort of getting some contract work knocked out. And I think it's a pretty cool element of the game to be able to get some hired help and, you know, work these fields and help out other farmers in our community. So there we go. This big old cultivator is working, and that tractor seems to be pulling it just fine. Those sunbeams, sun rays kind of coming through the tree, especially in the morning. A little bit of dew, mist in the air still, 8:42 in the morning. We are going to speed up time. You guys can see up there in the top corner. Going to kind of go through November and December, kind of get through these months a little bit more quickly. I want to make sure the pacing of this series goes well. And if there's some contract work that is just kind of the same thing over and over again, I definitely don't want to bore you guys with that. So we may jump around a little bit in our story, but you know, for some of these things that we've never done before, or it's the first time we're doing it, you know, I think about the bale wrapper last episode, you know, some of the mowing contracts, this type of stuff. If we've never done it before, or we get a chance to use a really cool piece of equipment, I want to show that off. But otherwise, I do want to make this whole series about what we're trying to accomplish with our farm and expand our farm and add different productions and, you know, kind of really make that the main focal point. But for now, I'm having fun trying to keep our bank account above zero and doing some contract work. So, all right, I will update you guys as we knock these out. Another important thing for us to be able to do, you know, utilizing these AI workers is it does allow us to do tedious tasks around our farm, like making sure these greenhouses are filled up with water. So I do want to check this production real quick and just kind of make sure, Yeah, we're at 13,000 liters at the moment. We are producing only lettuce. We are currently storing it, but that's good. But it means we got to do quite a few runs back and forth to our little water tank here. I'm glad that it's not too far away, even though it is costing us money to pull water out of this water tank. I don't know, I think that's fair. I think the greenhouse is probably a bit overpowered if it doesn't take any seeds at all and we get free water. We obviously could run down to the river and, you know, in certain times of crunch, especially, we definitely will do that. But I also think there should be some sort of operating cost for making sure these greenhouses produce for us throughout the winter months. So I'm cool with it as long as you guys are cool with it. I don't want to say I'm a super realistic person, like, you know, I don't know. I am. It's a farm simulation game, and I know that there are certain ways, as I've done some research, to cut corners, cut some costs, put a government subsidy in the ground kind of thing. There's some stuff you can do to kind of cheese it. I think if we're super desperate, we can look into some of that. But for the most part, I want to earn every dollar we make, you know what I mean? For as much as we possibly can. So, all right, I'm going to keep refilling some water. We will check back in on those contracts as we wrap them up. I don't know what it is about this game, but I think of all the tasks, and it's probably like the most remedial, I think mowing is my favorite. Like, I don't know. I just find it so much, I don't know, I just find it rewarding. I find it fun. I find it relatable. Like, I think of all the things, you know, I don't know what it's like to drive a combine harvester. And while it's cool and while I like it, I absolutely can relate to, you know, mowing some grass, getting in the lawnmower. Now, obviously never in a tractor, but I just find this really, really cool. I like the textures and how the grass kind of, you know, gets put into these piles. And I don't know, this is just so far my favorite activity in the game. We'll see. We've got some more stuff to take, you know, I know that there's some logging. I know that there's a bunch of taking your crops with you to the farmer's market and loading stuff up using forklifts and everything else. So who knows? Maybe I'll change over time. But I think for today, I think this is by far my favorite task. Pretty fun. About 60% done on this field, 60% done cultivating field 8. There's a couple more contracts that I want to add to our list here before the end of November. But yeah, we're moving right along. The tractors move really fast when they mow. There's probably even faster ones, but look, I'm on cruise control. I got the GPS going. It's just a quick down and back. Wait, as I get the GPS all jacked up, but you get what I'm saying. You can quickly hop back on your line, and there we go. We are all done for this contract. We will fold up the tool. Technically, they're not going to ask me to mow the rest of it, which is a bit funny, but yeah, I just find these tractors really, really cool, and I really like how you can just fold these things up, move on to your next job. It's just good stuff, man. It really is. It really is. 83% done cultivating on field 8. I see another mowing job in the contracts list that I'm probably going to accept. I just can't accept it yet because you're not allowed to have 3 active contracts. So, and I don't want to give back this mower just yet. So we're going to buzz this thing over to field 34, mow that real quick, and then hopefully by that time field 8 is done and we can add some more contracts to the list for November. All right. They say that is good enough over here on this field. So that is cool with me. I don't know why the game doesn't make you take it all the way to 100%. Some of you guys might know in the comment section, but that is another field done. Let's take a look at our contracts here. I'm pretty sure, let's see, field 8, we leased a vehicle. Field 84, we leased a vehicle. Are there any more contracts in here that we want? And should we save them for these vehicles? Now, we could do something like this. Field 6 is super close. We can't accept anything because I have 3 active, but field 6 is right next door. We could use the same tractor that we're in. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bang out field 34. That's going to free up a spot for us to have another contract. We'll add contract 6, and then I think that might be it. There's another mowing job. I don't know if that'll be worth it, though. It's only a couple $1,000s. It's certainly more worth it to do the other cultivating job, field 4,800. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's hop into the mower again. We'll leave this tractor on 8 where we are right now, and then we'll buzz over to field 6 there in just a second. Quickly, I just wanted to say we're here on field 6, getting ready to start this on a worker. That field down there, field 9, field 7, and field 6, as you can see on our mini map, are right next to our property. And I feel like these are gorgeous fields that are definitely going to need to be purchased by us at some point. That grass back there that you can see, that green, that's actually our fields. So we are literally right down the way from these 3 fields, and these will be beautiful and right up against the water, perfect for us to expand our farm in the future. Got to look at prices, of course, got to make some real money, but just this is my first time down here, and I just thought I'd mention that I think these fields would be absolutely perfect to have in our future. All right, let me bang this out, and then I'll be back with you. All right, I lied. One more thing we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and accept this $8,500 contract for the mowing on 84 that we did. That's going to lose us our tractor, but it is going to open up a spot for one more thing, and it's actually going to be a series of things. So right here on field 10, it's fertilizing for Katie. We can do solid fertilizer, which we have, and we don't need to borrow any of this stuff. We'll go ahead and accept this contract, and that'll give us a good reason to hop into some of our own stuff. As you can tell, solid fertilizer. We are just going to buzz over to field 10 real quick, open up my mini map again so we can see where we're going. Field 10, yeah, right up the street from us. So we will head over there, and it shouldn't take us more than a few minutes to be able to knock out a big old fertilizing, or I should say a tiny fertilizing contract like this, while we let the worker cultivate field 6. Making some good, easy money today, which is good. We need it. Bank account up to $23,000, excuse me, and every time we fill up water to continue to add lettuce to our greenhouse, it costs us about $1,800. So, yeah, gotta do some contract work in order to keep the bills and the lights on. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me nail this. Unfold our sprayer and get this over with. And we'll probably do all 3 contracts, and then I'll come back to you at the end and we'll look at our grand total, and that'll probably wrap up the episode. All right, all of our contracts wrapped up, $38,000, so a really, really solid day of work. We've got another pallet of lettuce coming through, so all of our money spent adding water to the greenhouse was all for good reason. And I did say I wanted to check real quick the used market, see if there's anything in November that we definitely need. Header. Now, this is a mulcher. Interesting. I don't think we need one of those. I don't fully understand how to use them either. This is a planter that looks like sugar cane. Okay, good to know. This is an auger wagon. Yields used in the fields for temporarily storing different crops and then directly loading them into other trailers. Interesting. That's cool. Really expensive. And then as well as a tipper trailer for transporting a bunch of stuff. That's probably pretty interesting, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks like you use it as an auger wagon as well. So yeah, nothing in here in November 1 for us to be able to utilize. Let's go sleep through the night, take a look. Maybe we'll fast forward if we don't see anything, head to December, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm trying to see if there's any winter deals, you know what I'm saying? Well, we slept through the night. The only new thing added to the used vehicle sale market is a swather or a windrower. I don't think we necessarily need one of those, as we don't have any grass planted on any of our fields. However, we do have a couple interesting contracts that I'm interested in looking at. There is some bale wrapping. I don't think that's the one we want, but check out. There's a couple major cultivating contracts, which would also help us. These ones are fairly close to each other, and we get a chance to use our favorite tractor in the game if we wanted. And then down here, there is a $12,000 fertilizing contract, which I think is a really good idea. This is on our way to the store so we could add some more solid fertilizer. So I am definitely going to accept that contract. And I think I'm going to accept 1 or 2 of these as well. Make sure we add a little more income to our day. So here's what we're going to do. Since the episode's running a little long, I'm going to show you our final total after we do these 3 or 4 contracts. And that will be how we end up as we head into December. Like I said, we got to make a nice little nest egg since we're not going to make any profit off our crops for another 3 or 4 months. So let me do some work off camera. I'll be back with you and we'll wrap up the episode, hopefully with a lot more money. Okay, final cultivating job and contract of the day complete. Another $6,500. We will collect that, and we are officially done with our November tasks. Hop out of the tractor here. That's going to leave us with $61,000. So almost $40,000 in profit today just doing some contracts, or I should say in the month of November. Absolutely necessary as we are waiting for our crops to grow. But that was a solid episode, a little bit grindy, but we are collecting lettuce at an all-time rate. We will keep the water flowing. Next big things we got to figure out, we've got to find ourselves a way to get this lettuce from here to a sell point when the time is right in the month of February, when the prices are at its peak. So still a lot to figure out here in the winter, but things are looking up here on the farm and I'm feeling pretty good. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. I appreciate the love and support. Be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.